Bonjour, bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Mon nom est Eustace Pharmer. So that's my terrible attempt at French. Hello, everybody. I'm Eustace Pharmer, and welcome to episode 1 of Old Streams. So I'd like to today share a little story with you, if I may. I've come up with a name for this area. It's called Vieux Ruisseau, which basically means old stream. And I've taken a sabbatical from my farm in the Maplefield Goldcrest Valley area of America, and I decided to tour Europe. I wanted to gain experience and wisdom through participating in farming in other areas of the world and see how other cultures do the same kind of work. So I landed here in Vieux Ruisseau through my travels, and I have this little place out here in the woods. And you may be saying, why are you standing in the middle of the woods looking at this creepy cabin? Well, glad you asked. I'd like to tell you. There was 2 brothers in town, and their names are Dominique and Guillaume Babineaux, and they were looking for a farmhand. So I volunteered, and in exchange, they'll pay me a small salary, but I'll also get free living quarters and be provided 1 meal per day. Whether it be breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's my choice, but I'm allowed 1 meal a day for free. So of course I accepted, very generous, more than I expected. So they gave me this place here, and it comes with a little shelter if you have a vehicle, which I do, and the main living area, and then your shower is through there, and your bathroom's through here. And then you have an area here, a little gazebo, so in the summertime when it's too hot to cook indoors, you can come out here and hang out and cook and have fun or whatever you want to do in this nice shady little glen. So this is right outside the sawmill, and we're not permitted into the sawmill at all, ever, and I'll tell you why. But I'm going to need the assistance of my little drone here, so I'm going to go ahead and put that up in the air. Be right back. Okay, so here we are, high above the treetops, looking over the beautiful Vieux Ruisseau Valley, and if you'll notice, it's surrounded by ice-capped mountains. Well, in the spring, when these snow and ice caps melt, most of it does go through like natural-made caves and tunnels underground, and they feed these beautiful streams down here in the valley. And that's why they glisten so much, because they're fresh, clean mountain water streams. Now, that's very valuable because these fields, they're irrigated with this beautiful, fresh, clean water. And between that and the special nutrients that they put into the soil here, they grow some exceptional crops. They also grow exceptional trees because of these same reasons, because of the nutrients that leach through the soil and because of the fresh water that comes off of these mountains. These trees grow especially tall, a bit faster than most, and very strong. So this wood is quite valuable. So you think, well, why is it all still here? Well, interesting story. Now, there was an old lord at one time here, and he owned this little spot of land here, where this sawmill is. The Babineaux family owned this over here, coming down through here. Well, arrogantly, the lord or baron, he decided he wanted to harvest these trees for this wood and make some money off of this. So he presumptuously built the sawmill, thinking that he'll buy off this land and pay a pittance for it because he figures these poor farmers will grab any coin that they can get their hands on and be happy with it. Well, he was wrong. The Babineaux family understood through past experiences that if these trees were not here, all the excess runoff that comes over the top of the land would run down here and cause mudslides and wash out and flood these roads and fields. And it has happened in history in the past. So these trees provide kind of a barrier. With their large root structure, they're really dug into the ground, and they provide some help so these fields don't get destroyed. So if you deforest this area, then agriculture down here is going to come to a halt. The baron did not care about this. He cares about the trees and making money. So there was a battle, and it went over into the French government, who, by the Babineaux family's surprise, sided with them. So they basically told the Baron that he may harvest trees in the public common areas in the village, but provided that for every one tree that he takes, he replaces it with 2 saplings. So the area will never be deforested, because the trees that surround this valley are very important out there as well, for the same reasons these are. So you're getting water from all ends over here. So it's a very unique little area, but unfortunately situated in a basin. So the one thing that makes it great is also something that they battle. That's why you'll see a good majority of the fields over here are up on hills and slopes. Even this one over here is very steeply sloped, because all the water, you know, if there was ever a massive flood, collects down through here. And you can see how rusted and muddy and everything is here, because, you know, they get a lot of runoff. So to make a long story just a little bit longer, the Babineaux family and the Baron were so angry with each other that the Baron declared that no member of the Babineaux family or their employees are ever permitted to step foot in this sawmill. So he built a big fence around it and put a gate. So now, to get to his land, or for me to get home to my little cabin here in the woods, you come down this little road just before the gate, if you want to call it a road. It's like a little dirt grass path, and it comes right into here. So they built this structure here to really cement the fact that they are here to stay, and they're not giving this land up. And they figure farm hands or whomever else that needs a place to stay can come and stay up here, so there'll always be somebody up here. And that's also to help keep an eye on things here, to make sure that nobody from this gentleman's facility tries to do anything over here. So that's basically it. So I'm here for a while, and I'm going to be calling this my video farming vlogs, and you'll see things from like Germany, from here in France, and other areas of Europe as time goes by, and you may not see them in order. So like with any vlogger, you know, you put up your videos as you're traveling and stuff like that. So maybe today and tomorrow you'll see something from Vieux Ruisseau, and maybe the day after you'll see something from the past when I was over in Lossburg, Germany. And I also plan to soon go to England. So, but I'm still working out the details with that. So we do have a little job today, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out my tablet here, because Monsieur Dominique usually texts me or emails me in the mornings or the night before and lets me know what I'm going to be doing the next day. So let's go ahead and pull up our tablet here and have a look. Okay, so here it is in French. So it's going to take a second to translate. Let me go ahead and translate it. There we go. So basically he's saying, you know, good morning, Eustace, and these are your jobs for today. So we are going to go down to the shop and pick up some bales that he's ordered in anticipation of some livestock that he's purchased. So we'll go ahead and pick up the bales, and he said if there's any time left in the day, we can go ahead down to the cattle place and pick up his load of cattle and bring them back to the farm. And then the feeding and all that we can do the next day. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll jump in our truck and get down to the farm. Oh, well, you know what though? I just noticed I have something hit my spam. I always like to check my spam box because sometimes important messages go in there. So let's have a look real quick. Wow, look at this, folks. See? Important messages can land in your spam folder. I do suffer from cerebral constipation now and then. My head does get a little bit clogged up. And, well, look at that. $1,000 just to drink a simple liquid twice a day. And all I have to do to register is give them my checking account routing number. I guess that's so they can deposit the $1,000. Oh, and I get a free gift. Look at that. All I have to do is say Reefy 1952 sent me. Well, I'm certainly going to put this into my save folder. We're going to have to register for that later. I can't miss out on that deal. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in our truck and get down to the farm. I'm sure they're expecting us. All right. A beautiful little area. See if I can navigate around this tree. Boy, you really got to put your high beams on here at night, though. Well, we won't even look over there. We'll probably get shot at. A little hard to see over the dashboard of this truck. And look at that, a hop, skip, and a jump, and here we are over on the left. Don't want to hit that gentleman walking. Everybody's walking to work this morning. It's a nice day for it. Try to find some place to park in there out of the way. Ah, this ought to do it. Okay, we better run along here. So he's got a really nice old International harvester tractor, and this is from the days before they merged with Case. So really nice tractor. I think we're going to use that one today. That should give us enough horsepower, and I don't think we're going to need the front loader with the bale fork. Okay, so now, oh yes, I remember where the bale trailer is. Got to come through the cattle pasture to get it. There we go. And we'll leave the gate open because there's no cattle in here. There it is. Alright, let me hop out and hook this up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, there we go. We're ready to roll. Have to make this turn wide. Oop, forgot I got my shuttle on. So I got my drive shuttle mapped out to my to one of the gears of my stick shift. So all the way over to the left is for forward, and all the way back to the left is for reverse. And then the other ones are mapped to do front loader work. Okay, so it'll probably be easier to go out the way we came in, so I'll just loop around here. Watch I don't make chicken salad out of those chickens. There we go. Much better. Make sure we don't hit the wall. Don't want to get sacked our first day on the job. And we'll turn on our beacon lights. I think, let's see, we can go this way, I think. A little bit of a shortcut. Or actually probably the correct way to go. It's a shortcut for me because I usually take the long way every place. And there's our bales over there. Okay, folks, I'll get these loaded up, and I'll be right back with you in a jiffy. Okay, so here we are. So we're going to leave those two bales behind because they actually got holes in them. So the supplier is going to replace those for us, so we'll come back and get those another day. And just a word off subject here to anybody that's using the new Black Sheep Modding Joskin auto-loading trailers. The straps don't go up over the bales. So when you hit L on your keyboard, the straps stay flat on the bed. However, once you engage the straps, that does lock the bales on the trailer. So even though they're not strapped down, you know, appropriately as far as looks go, it does engage a locking script, and the bales do not come off the trailer. So there you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back to the farm and drop these puppies off. Because if I dilly-dally too much, then Mrs. Babineaux is not going to be happy with me, and she's not going to feel good about cooking me some lunch. And she's an exceptionally good cook. Hello, yes. Must be an American fella. Okay, so I think he said put them around the back. So that's a pretty vague statement, but I don't want to ask too many questions, so let's see. Okay, I remember what he said now. Put them around the back of the pig building. Okay, I see. Yeah, right over here. That looks like a good spot. And if I'm wrong, well, I can go ahead and move them, no problem. So I think I will back in, though. Just so I can, I don't want to get caught up in that ledge. We could turn our beacons off now, we don't need them. And our headlights. Okay. Hey, move out of the way. Like that. There we go. Okay, so they want them unloaded on that nice mat. I guess that kind of aerates them and keeps them off the ground a little bit, so they can, so they don't rot as fast. Okay, so let's go ahead and press Y, and down they go. Awesome. All right, so let's go park this up. There we go. Good deal. Let me go out and unhook it, and I'll be right back at you. Alrighty, there we go. Let's go ahead and get back inside. Okay, let's get this parked up. Wonder how many chickens actually survive. They don't even react to the horn. Some brazen chickens. A little tight fit here. Space is a premium on a small farm. There we go. Okay, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to end my little vlog here for today. And on the next episode, we'll go ahead and we'll pick up and feed the animals. So I will show you the little truck that he has over here. It's actually a really old Kenworth bullnose. So needs a little attention. Definitely. Not the snazziest thing I've ever seen, but I guess it works. So I did notice that the rear indicating lights do not function on this truck, so he's going to have to look at those. And boy, are those some funny looking tires. But anyway, that's what's on the agenda for next time, among other things possibly. So thank you very much for watching. And until we meet again, please everybody, take good care of yourself, okay? And bye-bye for now.